Exactly what happened last night, it depends who you ask. The Democratic leaders declaring they made a deal with the president to extend protections for young undocumented immigrants. President Trump this morning saying not exactly, but even the idea that the president is softening his stand on immigration is infuriating fierce conservatives, one of them calling it the art of the steal. This morning, a political back and forth over the art of the deal. The president tweeting a short time ago, no deal was made last night on DACA. Massive border security would have to be agreed to in exchange for consent, would be subject to vote. It comes after the president late Wednesday, working around his own party, hosted Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi at the White House. On the menu, tax reform, border security, infrastructure, trade, and how to resolve the dispute over so-called dreamers after the administration's move to end the Obama-era policy protecting young undocumented immigrants from deportation. After the sit-down, the Democratic leaders announcing we agreed to enshrine the protections of DACA into law quickly and to work out a package of border security, excluding the wall, that's acceptable to both sides. Some Republicans outraged. Congressman Steve King tweeting, if the story's correct, Trump base is blown up, destroyed, irreparable, and disillusioned beyond repair. No promise is credible. Others praising the president, like Senator Jeff Flake. Kudos to POTUS for pursuing agreements that will protect dreamers from deportation. Meanwhile, the White House immediately pushed back, saying excluding the wall was certainly not agreed to. Schumer's communications director then tweeting back, the president made clear he would continue pushing the wall, just not as part of this agreement. All of it a strategic shift for the president. Just last week, shocking the Capitol by cutting a deal with the Democrats on a debt ceiling extension, pulling the rug out from under the GOP. The president later running with Pelosi's request he tweet some reassurance to the nearly 800,000 dreamers. His press secretary praising her boss by trashing his predecessor.
This president's done more for bipartisanship in the last 8 days than Obama did in 8 years.
Frustrated by how slowly things are getting done, including Republicans' failure to repeal and replace Obamacare. Not long ago, Mr. Trump mocked Schumer as the head clown, Pelosi as a loser.
Said, I think she's incompetent, actually.
Now he's cozying up to the Democratic duo.
Chuck and Nancy would like to see something happen, and so do I.
Even sounding a lot like a Democrat on taxes, signaling that the rich might pay more.
If they have to go higher, they'll go higher, frankly.
As for concerns from skeptical conservatives that he might abandon them?
Well, I'm a conservative, and I will tell you I'm not skeptical, and I think that if we can do things in a bipartisan manner, that'll be great.
The president on Twitter this morning again insisting no deal is done, at least not yet. He writes the wall, which is already under construction in the form of new renovation and old and existing fences and walls will continue to be built. And then he defends those dreamers, writing, does anybody really want to throw out good, educated and accomplished young people who have jobs, some serving in the military? Really? Matt and Savannah, back to you.
All right, Peter, thank you.